Hello everyone, I'm Laurel and welcome to my channel. Today I thought I'd make a bangle bracelet, something very easy. You'll need, whatever colors you want to use. I'm going to be using the mica powders in metallic and in gold. I have two mixing bowls, mixing utensil, and of course my UV resin. So let's see, I'm just going to move that aside for a second. And I'm going to put in my UV resin and just judge approximately how much you think it'll take to fill that. You may end up mixing up more. I'm definitely at the end of my bottle here. That's not good. I do have more, so nothing to worry about. I'm just going to take just a little bit, put that in there. That's all I'm going to put in. Oops, I need a baby wipe to wipe that off. I don't want to get the silver all over me. And then just mix that up. Oops. And over the side there a little bit. And then I'm just going to clean this off. And then I'll mix up the gold. About the same amount, just a little, it's a little teeny tiny little, maybe one of those little spoonfuls. I just measured on here. I don't use the spoon, but they do have the little spoons that come with the set. I'm just going to mix that up. Make sure that you get any powder off the sides when you're mixing, because you don't want it to kind of show up in your piece, whatever you're making, and have it like a big glob of it in there. Okay, I'm going to mix this up a little more. And then I'll start pouring. Now I usually just open up the side just a little bit to make the pouring easy. You can pour it in, let it flow. I've got some there. I'm going to put some over here. Now I do want to mention, don't fill it all the way up to the top, because when you do it leaves like a ridge, and unless you want to sit there and try filing and covering it up and doing all that, it's probably better off that you don't fill it all the way to the top. I don't know if you can see it. So I got silver here and silver here, and I'm going to put the gold in, and it's just going to push against the silver. I was just pushing the silver over to the sides. Okay, I think I'll mix up a little bit more gold. I'm trying to see exactly where it is in there, because like I said, I don't want to mix it to the top. And of course I have no more resin. Okay, so I have another one, just a smaller bottle, but it's the same brand. I think I'll mix up some more silver too. Because I want them kind of to, you know, push into each other a little bit. We can swirl it too. That's another option. Now, if you want, you also could just do one color. You don't have to mix colors in your bangle bracelets. You can do one color if that's what you like. Okay, put a little more gold in here. Okay, I can see that it's getting to the point where I might want to stop. It's very close. I'm gonna drop a little gold in here just to break up the silver a little bit. I'm trying to be really careful so it doesn't go all the way to the top. Now, it looks to me like it still might need to get rounded off a little bit on the edges. So I think with that, we could just use just a file. But if you can try to stay away from doing any filing or any of that, it'll be a lot easier for you, because definitely adding like clear resin to cover up what you just repaired, it will be a little bit harder. All right, let me just clean this up. This is truly a mess over here. Oh my. All right, so now I'm going to cure this. I'll probably do it for about 5 minutes and then turn it over and do 5 minutes on the other side. All right, so now it's cured. I do see a couple places where it kind of dipped in, so that can be repaired. That's the bracelet. But on the other side, you can see that there still is a ridge. So we'll just have to file that down. And then also right here, you can see it kind of like dipped in a little bit. So we can fill that in and cure that. And then we can take this ridge off with either a file. You can just file it down like that. It doesn't seem like there's a really large ridge, so you could just file it. Or if you want to use your rotary tool, you can just use a file bit on there and then just go along the edge. You don't have much to take off, but you can just take a little off. And then if there still is like an indentation, you can just mix up a little more of the UV resin and fill that in. So I'm going to sand this. I think I'm going to use my rotary tool just to make it quicker. And I'll just show you what I'm doing. So I'm just going in here to find something that would work quickly. This is like all a mess. Let me see. This one might work. It's got a nice like flat edge on it, so we could try that one first. And all these bits come with the rotary tool. Oh, that seems to be working good. Yeah, that works fine. I was thinking what I might do is I'm going to place a baby wipe underneath it. And then that way all the little sanding bits will just land on it. Or you can hold it up a little bit. Either way, it's going to make noise, and then you can just tap it off onto your baby wipe. Also, make sure you wear your mask when you're doing this. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and then I'm going to come back when I'm done, and then I'll show you how to do any corrections that you need to do. Okay, so I did change the bit to this one, which is more of a sanding bit. That worked really good. I went around the whole thing. And then as I was going along, I would feel the edge, and if I still felt a little bit on there, I would file it. But as you can see, it looks pretty good. I just have to fill in that spot right there. And I'm just gonna wipe this down a little bit. I mean, for the most part, all the dust and everything was contained because of the baby wipe that was down on the table, so it all kind of fell down. Some did kind of disperse in other areas, but it wasn't a lot. It was just a little bit. Alright, so that's done with that. So I just see like a gold area, so I'm just going to mix up just a little bit of gold and see if I can fill that in. And then there's these little areas here that I might have to fill in too, and that looks like it's gold also. So I'm just going to get a little bit, not too much, just enough to get a good color gold here. And then I'm just going to fill this in just little by little. Be very careful when you're doing it. You don't want to add too much, and then you're going to have to file again. And then this area here looks like it needs just a little touch. Here. Very little. This is the main one right here. I don't know if there is maybe a bubble there that burst while curing. That could be it. Okay, so now I'm just going to cure this for probably about 3 minutes. I just want to make sure it cures down inside. Okay, so you can see all the silver, the gold was running into it. Looks really pretty. I got a little bit of a mess there. Gotta get that off. Some dust still on here. So now, since we fixed this side, we're going to have to fix the area where we sanded. So for that, we're just going to use some clear resin, and then we're just going to paint over the entire thing. I know it sounds impossible, but it is. You are able to do it. What I'm going to do is trying to see which sticky tacks I want to use. So we just have to get the areas around here first. I think I'm going to do, this looks fine. So we just have to clear coat just this part here. And I'm going to use a brush and some clear resin. I'm just going to put a little bit in here. I don't think I need that much. And then I'm just going to paint it on to the areas that I sanded. And what the clear coat does is it hides all the sanding marks on your piece. And then once you get this done, you can cure this for, I'd say 180 seconds. That would be good for this. Make sure you get all those spots. See, some of them I'm looking at and I'm thinking they're you know, little sand marks, and it's actually from the sanding, it's actually the silver running through, which is kind of funny. Now remember, we didn't fill up that mold all the way, and it still made those little marks. Okay, that looks good. Everything looks filled in. So I'm going to cure this for 180 seconds. Okay, so once it's done curing, you can remove it from the sticky tack. Now see, now this side is really shiny, and then this side is, oh, not dull, but it's not as shiny. So what you can do is just put it back on the sticky tack. And then just paint on another layer. Oops, I need some more in there. Paint on another layer on the other side, just so that it matches up. And then make sure also that you do not miss, like on the sides here, so that it looks like there's a gap or something. You don't want that to look like that. So make sure you paint over on the sides too. And just around the whole thing, like we did on the other side. I keep wanting to say the back side, but there really is no side on here. It's a bracelet. And also I noticed too when I was doing the bracelet, when you get the bracelets, you get several molds all together, you will find all different sizes. So the one I grabbed was the one that went over my hand, but I didn't take into consideration that the you know, that some of that mold is taking up, you know, some space. So even though, here I'll show you, even though my hand goes through it, there's this part here. So actually the mold is a lot larger than my hand. So there's a size below that that would have been perfect, but I haven't made one of these bracelets in quite some time, so I forgot which one I use to make myself bracelets. Now, not to say that somebody can't wear this one, they can, but it happens. It does. I mean, and even like with the cuff bracelet with the mold, with the molds, seems to be a bit small. And the way I enlarged that was I took edges off the cuff part. But okay, so we're gonna cure this 180 seconds, and then I do turn it around and do it for another 180 seconds so all sides get cured, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that it's cured, we can remove it from the sticky tack. And as you can see, both sides are very shiny. They're smooth, very pretty. And yeah, as you can see, yes, that is too big for me. But I can push it up to the arm like that. But you can make the smaller one, obviously. I just grabbed the wrong mold. So if you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel and press the bell for notifications of upcoming videos. Also in the description box below, you'll find links to all the supplies I used today, and you'll also find links to my jewelry, my artwork, and my photography. Thank you again for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.